So let's try and get my people back on YouTube. Let's wait till they all join it again. So give some attention to your TikTokers for a change. So how are you all doing? So where
Papa, can you?
Yeah, everything's good over here. It's just been a bit of a funny few days with the
Papa,
kids'
can you
school
type
and
in
stuff. Yesterday
hello?
they had this,
Papa, can you type in hello?
no, there's no one there. Yesterday there was a threat against the schools, but most of them are all right now. There wasn't any issues there that we could see that presented a real threat. Ibra Akram wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So Ali, yeah, I had to end the screen. It for some reason my internet crashed, and then
have you seen the title now?
It allowed me to come back, but you guys were still saying that it's frozen and it wasn't refreshing. So what I've done is I've just ended the stream and started afresh. Hopefully everyone that was in will come back in. It's a shame when that happens because we had a good little turnout.
Mama,
Saw me in Poundland today. You can't have done because I wasn't in Poundland. But yeah.
Baba, type in. Baba, type in. You don't be silly. Baba, can you type in? You don't be silly.
So,
little
farmers farm. Tony, how are you doing? Hey,
Baba, can you type in? You don't be silly.
You don't be silly to who?
Ali, why?
Why?
He's being silly.
He's not. He's got green stink bugs. They're a kind of bug that cause problems in the garden sometimes. I'll show you one next time we see one.
To eat ladybug.
Yeah. Are they carnivorous like that?
Can you type in? Can you type in? Stab them with a knife.
No, you don't. You don't want to stab them with a knife.
Why?
Yeah, Rob, I'm back. So for some reason my internet connection died, so I had to end and start the chat again. Ow! That would have woken everyone up. Yeah, Tony, we're all right. We're all right.
I need to go eat food now.
Yeah, I think you should go and eat some food because you're causing a lot of issues here, mate. Yeah.
I just want to open my car.
No, you're not opening the car. Until your behaviour gets better, you're not opening the car. All right, we'll see. He's been a little bit naughty, so he's got this toy car that he wants to open, but he can't have it until his behaviour gets better. He's getting a bit. He's pushing the boundaries a little bit. So let's see what's happened over here. So we got everyone's back in pretty much over on TikTok. So I find them a lot where the ladybird larvae are. So I'm guessing they're eating them. But are you getting your ladybird populations as well? Ali, are you on TikTok? Because I hardly, a lot of people, right? I talk to a lot of people on YouTube, and they've got one username, and then they've got a different username when they message me on other media, and I'm like, hey, they're messaging me, and they know me, but I don't know them. We still need to meet up. We definitely do. We definitely do. You don't need to apologize. I hope everything's going well with you and your family, and they're all good. Yeah, so Moz, they sent me a reply. They said, what did they say? They sent me an application form, and they sent me 3 markets. They said Skipton's full. They've got one at Haworth, one at Haworth, one in Keighley, and one somewhere else. So I'm not I'm not sure. I'm gonna ask them which ones tend to be a little bit busier because maybe in Keithley we might do all right. We struggle because do you know when we go to small towns, we tend to struggle because we went to Thirsk and we didn't even make our pitch feedback. And we went to Richmond, and one lady came up to me and said she ate a chili once. Um, she was quite old, and she was like, "I've eaten a chili once when I was a lot younger," and I was like, "Okay, um, okay, that's an interesting story." But so so I see the cocoons. I think the bugs are finishing them off. Um, you see the ladybird cocoons, but you're not seeing that. Okay, you're not seeing the adults. Okay, I didn't know they were carnivorous. To be honest with you. So well, good that you're back on top of things. I hope the family's good. I'm open whenever you want to pop over. You can pop over and join us. Uh, Absolutely. You know, the guy who I don't know if it was that kind of threat, but was it that kind of threat? I didn't know it was, but I'm glad that they've been arrested. And there's so many conspiracy nuts. You know, it really gets on my nerves. They all seem to turn out of nowhere. They all just sort of appear, and yeah, you just when you see these conspiracy nuts, you just say, you just wish they'd go and sit back in the bin where they belong. Uh, Keith would probably be a good choice. Let me know if you do. I need to. Well, I'm going to apply for Keithley and see if we can get in. They've got one this Sunday, but we can't do this Sunday because I'm doing this charity walk. Have you guys heard of Mam Tour or something like that? I'm not sure where it is, but we're doing a charity walk over there on Sunday. Um, Rob, Tony, what he was talking about was stink bugs eating the ladybird larvae. So that was the question. Um, it's in late. So Graham saying it's in the Lake Districts. Moz is sending me down south a bit for Derbyshire. Um, yeah, I'm still. I think it's further north. You know. Um, I thought parts of Keighley were quite posh. You know, up towards Haworth and that sort of area. I thought they were quite posh. You cut the tassels off your sweet corn. Did you do a bad thing? I mean, the thing is, the tassels show you the sign of whether when your sweet corn's ready to harvest. I was looking at ours today, and most of our sweet corn tassels have started to disappear. So I think we're leaving our sweet corn a little bit too long. So I think tomorrow is going to be a day of going and fetching all of that. I think we'll do a big harvest tomorrow because there's loads of pumpkins, loads of sweet corn, lots of things that need to be picked straight away. Um, the tassels of the top part on your sweet corn you're on about? Or are you talking about the for the flowers? Um, which bit are you talking about? So, Mum tours in the Peak District. Okay, so Derbyshire ish. Um, How is the? I thought it was. I thought he taking the mickey out of me. I thought it was. Because I went down there the other day to look at a bit of a land, but oh, the part that produce. Okay, I'd have left that on. The part that produce. So yeah, the flower. I just leave them on. You're not going to get any pollination happening now, so I don't think it'd make much of a difference. But I'd just leave it on until the plant comes out. I don't think it's going to make a massive difference to anything right now. Uh, so what we got going on over here? Over on TikTok, it's quite dead. Yeah. So how? Yeah, Moz, is that not right? Have I got it all messed up? Because where was I? I was in around Keighley, Haworth, that sort of area. Went to have a look at a bit of land. But yeah, the way they made it out, right, on the photographs on the estate agents, they made out like it had fields and fields and a few trees and stuff. And we got there, and it was like this old about. It was an abandoned mine, right? It was abandoned quarry, sorry, and steep bankings covered in trees. Had a tiny bit of green space. So when I say tiny bit, probably smaller than my garden, and the rest of it was just trees and trees, and on a steep banking. But on the photographs, they did it in such a way that it made it out like it had lush fields, and yeah, it looked really cool. And when I got there, I was like, yeah, I've just driven an hour and a bit for absolutely no reason. Um, um, so the part that produces pollen. So I ate the small ones, the baby corn. They're growing 3 years each. So if they're growing 3 years each, that's okay. You know, for home gardens, that's good. Yeah, yeah, I think that's okay. My garlic chives are just coming into flower now. A welcome show of autumn colour and food for late season pollinators. My global artichokes are just coming into flower as well. I mean, we grow global artichokes, but we never. I mean, we don't really know how to eat them or what, and there's not a lot to eat there. So I leave them to flower just because they're really pretty flowers, and they're good for bees and stuff. But they're just coming into flower. I mean, they normally flower a lot earlier than this. So probably July we'd have flowers, but I don't know what's going on. They're just so late. Um, are you a trucker? So what's everyone? Is anyone else sewing anything at the moment? Are you bringing your food upstairs? Okay, come on.
Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum.
You're gonna behave yourself, though. There you go. Go on.
Have you missed me?
Oh, I miss you. I always miss you, buddy. Um, so Bav, what does that say? Something baggins. Are you growing anything
No, it
over
says
winter?
ball baggins.
Ball baggins. Okay, I get it now. Thanks for reading it for me. Okay.
Ball baggins.
Okay. Yes, I'm growing loads of stuff actually. We loads and loads of onions, loads of garlic. So we've got loads of chard in the ground in the greenhouse. I just did a video um on YouTube. The full video is on YouTube, but there's a couple of clips of it on TikTok of some of the things I'm sowing. So broad beans, peas, um, loads of cover crops as well.
Why?
Don't drop it on the floor because I don't want my room covered in rice. Okay. Did you tell your mum you came up, or did you just sneak up?
Sneak.
You sneaked up. Okay, wicked. Have a look at it. But a couple of the clips are on YouTube as well. On TikTok, sorry. I've been called many things, but never a trucker. Did you say hello to Alan? Because Alan said hello to you.
What? No.
I'm trying red vein sorrel and red shiso in the greenhouse. Sold them last week. Okay. Just a bit of a warning about sorrel, right? If it goes to seed, you're never gonna get it out of your garden. It's a brilliant plant for growing when nothing else. You know, if you've got a really shady patch, yeah.
Said,
I'll check it out. I read that already. If you've got a really shady patch that nothing else will grow in, sorrel's a brilliant one for that. Do you know that big sycamore tree at the bottom of my garden? I grew sorrel under there. The first year I got this house, I put sorrel under there. It did really well, and I get sorrel all over the garden now. Do you know, everywhere in the garden.
What's a rhyming slang?
And rhyming slang is you rhyme two words together to mean something else. So um, so yeah, even in my grass I get it, in my flower beds I get it. So it's just everywhere. Um, so I grew it thinking, oh yeah, it sounds really cool and it's going to be a really good plant, but it was quite bitter. And that's probably because it's a red leaf plant first of all, but then we grew it in the shade, so it's not getting any sun either. So yeah.
Um.
What else? I don't know what shiso is though. Red shiso. I'm gonna have a Google of shiso and see what that is.
Baba, someone Ali was going red summer, but the green, no redness.
So no redness at all. Have you got them in the sun? So I have a red sorrel and it's a bit bitter and grows like a weed, but I do enjoy it. See, we grew it simply because we wanted something to grow under that big sycamore tree. And yeah, it does grow like a weed, and it is very bitter.
The other class is sycamore.
Hmm. No, I thought you were in sycamore.
No.
No. Tony, we're back. We came back. I had to end the live because of the technical issues. Simplify gardening there in blue. There in blue.
Simplify gardening.
So bits of your sorrel leaves go back, go brown. See, sorrel. Does the same thing happen to your spinach and chard and beetroot? They go brown in the same way. Tony said hello to you.
I already said hello.
Okay, you said hello. So I can't read that name. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Rhyming slang. Oh, apples and pears.
Oh
means
no!
stairs.
Oh, the apples and pears.
Yeah.
Stairs, oak, and cash.
Okay. No, look. Rhyming slang. So apple and pears means stairs, and oak and ash means cash. So if I said to you, have you got any oak and ash? That'd mean, have you got any cash? Okay. You know, so go up the apple and pears means go up the stairs.
Oak and ash means cash.
You're talking with your mouth full, boy. What's that? So you're making a mess in my room and you're burping live on the screen. No, don't do that. Don't do. See, I told you about your baby. Don't do that. No.
Your beard.
You see,
You don't mind it for myself. Would you mind if I messed around with him?
No, they won't mind if you mess about with me, but I do. So there you go. You learned something from us. JR, how are you doing? The burps are better than absolutely, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. It'd be very much appreciated. Yeah, do you want to go and live on a farm?
No.
See,
I'm
I thought they'd be a lot more excited about going and living on a farm.
I want to stay with Brownie.
You're gonna stay. Brownie's gonna go with us, and you'll have more pets as well. You'll have horses and donkeys and cows. You hate donkeys.
I hate dogs.
You
I like puppies.
You like puppies, so you can get a puppy if you go to a farm.
We can buy one.
Yeah, you can buy a puppy and
in England.
And have a cow.
No, we can buy a puppy in
from
a different place.
You can have a cow and you can have a sheep.
Wait, Baba, we can just stay here and order a puppy.
You can't have a puppy here, mate. See, look, JR's saying the farm sounds wonderful and a puppy too. See, we're dreaming, JR. We're dreaming at the moment.
I don't want a
farm. Hope you're keeping well. Thanks for coming in. I'll move to the farm with you. Graham, I'm dreaming, man. I want to get onto that farm. In rhyming slang, you would generally use only the first word, talking. So oak and cash means. Oak and ash means cash, but in conversation, okay. So you'd say, "Have you got any oak?" If she said, "Have you got any oak?" I'm not talking about firewood. You'd have to chop firewood if you moved to a farm, though. Graham, I'm dreaming, man. So I saw this bit of land. It was in Keighley, actually, Moz. It was in Keighley. Somewhere in Keighley, like Oak North, I think it was.
I know about rhyming slangs and that.
But I saw it, and the estate agents wouldn't even give me an appointment. So they kept on saying they'd talk. They'll give me a call back. They give me a call back. And they waited like 2 weeks to give me a call back, and then they turned around and said to me, "Oh, we've already sold it. We took an offer on it yesterday." I'm like, "Okay, but I've been calling you for 2 weeks, and you're not even been responding to me. What's going on, man?" But we're dreaming. Because I think it's, going and living somewhere where there's no house, and where you're fighting for planning permission and stuff like that, it's going to be a tough battle for little kids. You're going to be happy living in a caravan. Yes, you're going to be happy living in a caravan. I'll be happy living in a caravan.
Why don't you bring your computer with you? So you can still do live.
So here in Wales, they won't even let you look unless your own home is up for sale.
You can even do your video out there on the phone.
See, it's ridiculous. Do you know when when it comes to driving up house prices and driving up land price and stuff like that, agents are massively to blame. They have a massive hand to play in there.
Baba.
Coastal Gardens Northwest. How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well.
Coastal Gardens
NW.
NV.
It's not NV.
Look, it's made up of 2 V's.
2 V's. But it's a W.
Baba.
It should be called a double V, shouldn't it?
The last number wasn't V. A long time ago, the last number wasn't V. It was a different number.
we're all right. We're all right. It's been a while. Hope everything's good with you.
Because you're already in the live.
Um, what did you say? I'm always live on Fridays. So we're back at
I always call it Muslim Friday.
yeah, we're back at Meanwood Market tomorrow. So another early start, but Naga's back in stock as well. If anyone fancies it. So see, Graham, I'm dreaming of this farm, and I'm just trying to make it a reality. Just one way or another, we've got to make this work. Let's find some people who are going to be ready to join in and take the journey with us, because I've shared this idea with you before that if we can get the right group of people, I found one person who's willing to do it, but we need a few more. So if we can find the right group of people, instead of buying one small piece of land, we buy a big chunk of land together, um, and we work on, work like a co-op, work on economies of scale, and we support each other, build our own little community out there. So if you want to join, or if you fancy the idea, then get in touch, and we'll figure it out.
What's Alex?
Yeah, I've found one person who's definitely.
Alex?
What Alex?
Alex.
Where Alex?
Nah.
It's supposed to say a lot. Had a lot going on in the last few weeks.
Man, you should have done an A, then a space, then spell a lot. So stupid, man.
Don't be mean. Don't say words like that. Yeah. But yeah, Graham, I mean, if you get the right group of people, you can make it work. You get the right group of people. That's the hardest thing that it is to find, is the people. Because when you're sharing and you're being out there together, you're going to be supporting each other, and you're going to be working with each other, and everyone's going to be ready to cover each other. And if someone's struggling one day, someone covers for them. Someone backs each other up. So you've got to go in with that kind of attitude. Assalamu alaikum. Are you the person with the backyard chicken videos? I've got backyard chicken videos, yes. I have got some, yes.
We're gonna go crazy, man. We're gonna go crazy. This guy's gonna go
so
crazy.
Can we live in yurts on the communal farm? See, the idea is, right, the idea is have an area that's your private bit, yeah, and then you have your communal section, so the idea is, say that you have maybe 100-acre farm, right? If you've got maybe 10 families, have a few acres that are yours, private, do what you want on it, build your yurt, build your house, do what you want. And then we have like a communal area, so where we're growing fruit orchards, or where we're growing, cereal crops, or grazing cattle, or grazing animals. So we do that part of the stuff that's going to require heavy machinery, big kind of, a lot of infrastructure and stuff like that, or a lot of support. We do that together. Whereas you have your own little section within the farm where it's completely yours. It's your private area. You get to do what you want on it. No one else, that's yours. And then on the communal area, maybe have a nice lake on there, or a pond at least. We can do fishing and water sports and all that sort of thing. So that's the idea. So it's private but communal at the same time, and not a commune, not that kind of idea. So,
Baba,
but then we're doing, we set up the businesses on the farm together. Certain, you can.
Why did you have to come to your hotel?
And if there's a building, we open a restaurant, turn it, have a restaurant on there, run it together. All of these kind of stuff. To have a little spa area where people can come and have a little retreat. I've got some big ideas, but I just need the right people. So I've binge watched all of them. Mashallah, that's awesome. What's the best breed of chicken that aren't too noisy, under decent layers? So the so if you want the best layers, are the red hybrid hens, the red hens that farmers have. If you want hens that have got a bit of character, then get some silkies. Silkies are absolutely brilliant. They're daft as anything. Yeah, you can keep them. They're good for family pets as well. If you've got young kids, stay away from things like if you've got young kids, stay away from things like leghorns. I've got some leghorns, and they're the flightiest birds as anything. A little bit of a peak, the slightest peep, and they're flapping about, jumping about everywhere. So stay away from those kind of birds because they're too flighty. You want something that's quite docile if you've got kids, or if you want them around your family. Chickens aren't going to be very noisy, apart from when they lay an egg or when they see a predator. It's going to be the roosters that are noisy. And you don't need a rooster to keep get chickens. So the coops are extortionately priced. I made my coop for free. I found, if you have a look on my YouTube channel, I made my whole chicken keeping area for less than 50 quid. Yeah, so the whole area I had to buy a couple of rolls of galvanized fencing and some screws, but the rest of it, yeah, skip dived. All of it was skip dived. What are you doing, boy? I'm squared. I will hatch a rooster and only want hens. So if you hatch a rooster, eat him. See, I wouldn't spend anywhere near plastic poop. Maz, he's a mini you. He's a good lad. He's a little cheeky monkey.
Don't call me a monkey ever again.
Don't call you a monkey ever again. You've dropped rice all over my bed, all over me. What are you doing, man? No, don't do that. Yeah. So, guys, we've passed that 9 o'clock mark, right? So I'm gonna call it a night here.
Just end it, man.
Yeah. See, don't spend £200 on a chicken coop. Don't do it. Just look at the coop that I built. Look at how I built it. It's really cheap. They're really easy to make. It's just a square frame, and a bit of chicken wire. The size I've got on my chicken coop is like 4 meters by 3 meters, and for 50 quid you can't go wrong. It just needs a bit of work, but guys, I'm gonna call it a night here. So you all have a good weekend, and I'll see you again. Watch out for the video on Sunday, and I'll see you again next week. So on that note, I'm gonna call it a night. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. End stream.
I want to end the stream.
You end that one. You end that one.
How do I end it?
That round button in the corner. Press that.
What?